Hey guys, welcome to the first video of my new YouTube channel called Trekking It. The purpose of this channel is going to be a little bit interesting because I've seen quite a few channels, online about guys just sitting in front of their camera and talking about their life, but with this one, I hope to show you guys some really cool stuff. So first of all, the purpose of this channel is going to be kind of a little bit educational for all people and all ages, but it's going to be mainly tailored for young men just because that's what I am, and those are the people who I connect the best with and who I know the most about. Another purpose is going to be to show a pretty cool lifestyle that I've managed to build for myself that is obtainable, that I can be close to nature and travel and explore the world in a way that is obtainable and doing it in a little bit of a thrifty manner, but a way that won't break the bank, but still traveling in a little bit of style and just showcasing some of my adventures along the way. I moved up to Alaska at the beginning of the summer of 2023, so I'm going to be showcasing some of my adventures there and also kind of explain the process and my mindset and reasoning behind leaving my home in Colorado and kind of leaving everything behind and moving up to Alaska to come work on the oil fields up here and to become a firefighter. I really want to showcase Alaska and show everybody some of the cool sights and places it has to offer and some of the amazing wildlife and just vast, untouched nature that's around here. And finally, the purpose of this channel is going to be to share my story with the world. Some of the stuff I've been through and some of the lessons I've learned along the way, and who knows, maybe it might help some of you guys watching here a little bit too, because I'm only 19, but I've lived quite a lot of life for a 19-year-old. So yeah, hopefully some of the things that I'm sharing can help guys who are in a similar place to me, or even a couple steps above, or even a couple steps below. So we'll see. This is the first episode, so let's get to it. Let me tell you a bit about who I am. My name is Lucas Fuchs. I'm 19 years old, and I moved up to Alaska in the summer of 2023. I drove up through Canada from the mainland United States to Alaska with my best friend in a really cool camper van. When I moved to Alaska, I didn't have a job at first, but I did a lot of traveling and hiking around the state. And then I was able to obtain a job up here on the oil fields working in a warehouse, which has granted me some amazing freedom. I work 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and bring in a respectable wage, so I have time and money. And also through the warehouse job and getting my foot up on the North Slope, as it's called, the North Slope oil fields, I was able to join the fire department up here. And that has been a calling of mine ever since I was a little kid, so it's been fantastic to see what that has, how that has come to fruition. The predicament that I find myself in right now is that currently I'm sick with COVID, so if my voice is a little scratchy, please bear with me. But what that means is that right now I'm quarantined up here on the oil field because I got sick after I came up, so it means that I'm trapped in this little room for the next 3 days at least. But been reading some good books. I just finished Discipline is Destiny by Ryan Holiday, and that has been super insightful and also instructive as well, with some no bull crap but practical steps to becoming more disciplined. The stories that the people told in Discipline is Destiny is absolutely inspiring. A little bit inspiring for sure, but also it feels like that's such a high level of discipline to try to achieve that my measly, making my bed in the morning and managing to exercise and live an active lifestyle and try to avoid the bad habits. It's like, man, that seems so down here compared to some of the people talked about in this book. So that's been a really insightful read. The next book on my list is Ego is the Enemy, also by Ryan Holiday. But other than that, since I've been cooped up in this room, I've been doing quite a bit of journaling and also trying to pick out a good song to learn on my ukulele, because I've been playing that for around 6 years, and it's one of the things I really enjoy. Some of my other hobbies include hiking, obviously, and also skiing, backpacking, snowshoeing, and also mountain biking too. I find to be a lot of fun. I'm also an amateur blacksmith, so I've made a couple of knives and also some cool rings and little trinkets like that. And I just love to work with my hands and be out in nature and build. So I'm not too fantastic at the whole digital and online stuff, even though nowadays it seems like it's becoming more and more of a necessary evil. So again, please bear with me as I'm still trying to figure this out and kind of figure out what I'm doing with this. But hopefully I can share that process along the way and maybe inspire some other young guys out there. So, quarantine. I'll talk about that first, as in my current situation. So far it hasn't been too bad since I'm up on the oil fields. How it normally goes is that you work your 12-hour shift and then you get 12 hours off, and then that goes for 14 days straight because I work 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Now, since I'm in quarantine, what that means is that I can't leave this room pretty much for any reason, though I do have my own bathroom back there with a shower, which is nice. But it means that I get food brought up to me 3 times a day, and it's a lot of time in this room. So I'm trying to stay active, starting my YouTube channel, for instance, because honestly I have nothing better to do, and I feel like I have some cool things to share that I think people might be inspired by. So I'll be posting on this channel probably once every 2 weeks to once every week as I'm first starting out, but I hope to be posting semi-regularly, and it's going to be a little bit of a slow start because, like I said, I'm trapped in quarantine for the next few days, and then also when I'm working on the slope 12-hour days, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, that doesn't leave much time for anything else. But on my 2 weeks off, I hope to be uploading once or twice a week in those periods. So, yeah. While I'm here, I can explain a little bit of my reasoning for moving up to Alaska. So first of all, my family is originally from Alaska. My mother was born and raised here. And so that means that I've been quite fortunate in my life that I've been able to travel to Alaska semi-frequently over the past few summers, and I've just really, really grown to love this place. That also means that I have some family up here, which is really great, and just the untouched nature up here I've never seen anywhere else in the United States. And I've been to most states. I think I'm up to either 35 or 37 of the 50 states. So I've been quite a few places around the United States. I've also been through Canada, obviously, and also to South America, to Brazil and Uruguay. More on those adventures later. But my reasoning for moving up to Alaska was the job market up here is a lot more competitive for a young man looking to work with his hands and get in the trades a little bit. And there's just opportunity up here that's not found anywhere else. For instance, if I wanted to, I could have joined a fishing boat and made a crap ton of money. Some of those guys make like $30,000 in a summer. But I like fishing, but I wouldn't consider myself a fisherman because they work long days on rough seas. So if you can cope with that, there's great opportunity up here for you. But personally, that's not for me. So I moved up to Alaska because of family and job opportunities, and also for the nature. That's the basic reasons of it. Also, Alaska as a state is more, I don't want to say, it is a bit more conservative, but I'm not huge into politics, so I'll just say it's more traditional. Up here, there's a higher emphasis on family and really protecting your family and providing for them as a man. So that called to me a lot too. Another thing is that I'm an Orthodox Christian, and so there's a very rich history of Orthodoxy up here in Alaska, and so that was another thing that drew me up here. When I drove up, it took me 6 days from Colorado to go to Anchorage, Alaska, and that's driving up the Yalkan Highway through Canada, and I'll be posting a video on that relatively shortly, kind of discussing my travels and showing you guys some pictures and videos that I took along the way. But essentially it was a wonderful trip, and there was some couple little hiccups along the way, but overall we made it in one piece, and the camper made it in one piece too, which I'm very surprised at, considering how old it is. Yeah. What else?